Back from shopping. North Country, must have. I finally got my shipment of O-rings that I was going to use, and they look like the right ones, for one of the pilot jets, for one of the old carburetors that I took out of the Champion inverters from yesterday's video. A couple of inline Briggs & Stratton genuine parts, fuel filters. I don't know if I'm going to install those right now or not. But what I am going to do, and I'm certain that needs to be done, is change the oil on both those generators. Right quick pronto. So I looked around a couple of the stores in town, well, more than a couple actually. I was looking for some replacement hoses and things like that for these alligator clips to put on the fuel filter, and I couldn't find any, so as a backup I went ahead and bought a kit with a fuel shutoff valve. I just bought a couple of these kits because having these fuel lines laying around could come in handy if things get worse around here. So we'll keep those on hand. Anyway, I want to start these generators up, let them run for about 10 minutes so the oil gets hot, and put some Honda 10W30 in them. So yeah, that's what's on the agenda for today. Pretty exciting. I really like the convenience of these generators a lot. They're so portable. And we all know how much I like taking them apart, don't we? Yeah. There for a second after all that, getting them up and running. We'll let them warm up. I'll go get the oil pan. All I'm basically gonna do is, this is where the oil drain and fill is. So I'll just, when the oil gets hot enough, I'll just tip it up and pour it in the pan here and refill it. Pretty hard, huh? And I'm going to do them both at the same time. Make sure you turn your gas cap to off. Otherwise, I think it would come spilling out of there back onto you. So I'm just gonna take off the drain plug. And just dump the oil out. And it is bad. It's hardly like there was any in there. I hope the other one ain't like this. This is a good call to change this. Whew. That oil looks bad. Yeah, that oil was really sludgy and nasty looking, and there wasn't hardly any in there. So I'm thinking I got it in the nick of time. So what I'm going to do, I like to, you know, you want this to be somewhat level when you refill these things. So we'll level it out as best we can before we refill it, both of them. My preference is 10W30. I guess you could use 5W32. But, you know, where I live, I think 10W30 is pretty good. And my preference has always been Honda oil because it's habit. This is what I've just always used. Not that it's any better, although, you know, it does have the Honda name. So this, I looked it up, it takes like 0.4 ounces, or wait, quarts. So this is 12 fluid ounces, so this plus a little more maybe. I'm guessing, we'll measure it. Boy, these are some windy fall days, this I can tell you. So I'm pretty sure you don't have to screw it in. I kind of judge it by it's like 1 or 2 screw open threads, I guess you'd call them. And we're right on the full mark. Yes, we are. Okay, so it took one of these and then a little bit of extra. So it don't take much. That's the way it's supposed to be. You're supposed to be able to not see the oil, but see the oil. It's good. That was easy. Now, does fresh, full oil make them run any smoother? I think it does. Even if it's all in my mind. Hey, it could be all in my mind, but they seem to run quieter and smoother now. They just do. How about the Adventure Mobile electric heat source when we're out adventuring? I'm here to tell you that's putting off a lot of heat. I'm not even making that up. They do sound quieter. Hey, there's a crack in it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go get the Ranger, my UTV. I'm going to put the backs back on these first. And put the 30 amp parallel, wherever they call that cable on it. And see if it'll run the AC and stuff in my Adventure Mobile. Because that's what's really important, right? That's what you really all want to see, right? But, before anybody says anything, this is not what you call a complete service of these generators. to do a complete service, you should change the oil. You should probably change the spark plug, or at least clean and re-gap the spark plug, which I'm not going to do. Not now, anyway. And you probably should take out this filter here, which is a sponge filter in there, which I probably will do someday, and wash it on both of them. And this is a spark arrestor on the side here, where you'd have to take the whole top off and then this side out and then take that out, and you'd have to clean it out because those definitely get in the way of performance if they're not clean. So that would be a whole service, but we're not going to do that. Suffice it to say that I know I'm supposed to do that, which is enough. So I'm going to do those other services to those generators when I get into the mood, I should say, to install these. They're just cheap. I think I gave $5, almost $6 each for them. And they're just inline fuel filters. Why do I need those? I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but let me show you. This, I noticed, is the only fuel filter. Having taken this thing apart as many times as I have, that's the only fuel filter, is what's there. And the other one here, when I was taking it apart, kind of got jammed down in there and almost fell down in the gas tank. So it's just, I don't know, there's no fuel pump on it. It's like a gravity fed system and down into the carburetor. So I think putting that in line, just cutting the main gas line and plugging that in and clamping it down, I think that'll work. So that's what I'm gonna do. But, oh, where was I? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go get the Ranger. I was looking at these. I don't think there's any way to screw it up. You got a ground, these two leads, and this computer. It's like a fish finder, right? I got a couple of those on my boat. Let's try it. Better make sure I have enough gas. Remember, guys, stable is your friend. I use it even when I know I'm not going to need it. Now, it's not that I'm going camping anymore this year. It'd be nice to know if that'll work, though. It, you know, give me the option. I made all that room for my Honda 3000 on my adventure truck camper. But it'd be nice to know my options, to see if these two paralleled will work with everything. So let's give it a whirl. Okay, let's just pretend we're at the camping place. There's no electricity. You're gonna have to bear with me. This is first time for you, first time for me. Okay, there's a ground here. It's the only screw on the front of it. I guess it's like dummy proof. Looks like the whole thing's kind of dummy proof because there's only 2 plugs, one here, and then a 4-prong female goes into the male end. Okay. And I guess we do the same down here. All right, we got it on. I gotta, yeah, tighten down these ground screws. Here's the close 2 rule. Everyone knows the close 2 rule. All right, let's see if it works. So far, so good. Nothing blew up. Both green lights are on. Sorry if I'm yelling, it's windy. And this is loud. It's plugged in, let's see. Welcome to the Adventure Mobile. Now in Minnesota, it is extremely hot and humid in the summertime. So the only thing I really need is this to work. So let's find out if it will. Put a little light on here. High cool. Low fan, high fan, low cool, high cool. I'm not sure what the BTUs of this are, but you know, it's an Arctic Fox 990 2013 model truck camper. You can Google it. I'm not gonna. But this baby works. That's blowing some ice cold air. And so now I don't have to wonder. Make sure it's on cold. Max cold. It's not even running hard. This is so awesome that the people driving down the old country road just gotta stop and look over and see what's going on, 'cause they jelly of my champions. Ever again. So, gas off, gas off. Even though we run stable in the gas and it's premium, still the best way to do it. Just run them, turn the gas off and let them run until they stop on their own. It only takes not even a minute probably. Let's time it. And that is all it takes to save you all that drama that I went through to get these things up and running. Stable, premium, run them out of gas. If you're going to leave the gas in them, turn the gas off. And you may even want to go one step further and just open that bowl screw to the carburetor and make sure there's no gas left in it. But yeah, I have another option. I have another option for my adventure mobile. And now I can safely put these away until the spring and not worry about gumming up the carburetors again. And that's what I'm going to do. Thanks for watching. See y'all later.